Hello, good evening to all of you. Welcome to today's program and also welcome to Mirror African Television. On today's topic, I'm going to discuss on the issues going on around Ukraine and Russia. As I said before, I made you people to understand on the last video that I made that America is fighting Russia through Ukraine, but thinking that the world is blind, that they can play around the way they normally do when there were no technology there for us to hear from both sides of the stories. You understand? And I also told you people that the person that owned this war in Ukraine is not Democrats, it's Republicans, and it's not Biden, it is Donald Trump. He is the architect of this war. He is the person that made it possible for this to happen. But the war in Ukraine is not what you think that is going on there is the problem. Let me take you people back a little. Most of you, history have been hidden from a lot of people, but there are those that has access to those histories. And I will also challenge all of you that will come across this video, if you have access to artificial intelligence, because if you go through Google will not give you anything. Go to different artificial intelligence, more especially the one from Russia, DeepSeek. Ask DeepSeek this question: how was the environment before Second World War? And that he should give you the entire history before Hitler came into power and when Hitler came into power and what really conspired. DeepSeek will give you everything that you will be able to mirror today in 1929. You will see that everything that is happening today happened by that time. Why did I fall into this history? I started asking myself, what is wrong in Europe? What is going on? What is the problem? Why, since I understand geopolitics, it's all about sanctioning Russia because of they didn't brush their teeth, because Russian women are beautiful, because of their intonation, they receive sanction because of everything. I'm just giving you examples. How sanction? Why that then? You will see that around 1929, before Hitler came into power, what is happening here now is what is happening there. They are aware. Because First World War just finished, there were scarcity of a lot of things. Economy in Europe was very, very bad. America was like China by then, booming, industries, everything. Soviet Union was like United States, but still trying to develop their industries. And by that time, communism, socialism was booming, ramping everywhere. People are clamoring for socialism and communism. But Britain hate socialism, hate communism. A lot of African leaders, a lot of African countries were destroyed in fear, not that they have proof, in fear that they may fall into communism or socialism system. They just destroyed them, destroyed their leaders and destroyed everything in those places. The Biafran war that was fought in Nigeria is also because of that thing. Because of the influence of Soviet, the influence of communism and socialism, that's why they destroyed the Biafra. Many people don't really understand where the geopolitical game is coming from. And why did I say, let me take you people back? By that time, Mussolini of Italy was reigning committing all sorts of crimes. But they are being held, adorned, promoted, the way things is happening today, only because Mussolini by then is anti-socialism and communism. Only because of these things. Any other crime that Mussolini committed, they sweep it under the carpet. Now, Hitler came into power. And as Hitler was setting up his government, the entire Allies countries, America, Britain, France, Hungary, Austria, find out that Hitler is anti-communism, he's anti-socialism. Oh my God. They know what his plan is. They know everything that Hitler wants to do. You know, today, it's been celebrated that Russia defeated Germany. And most of these Western nations are celebrating the defeat of Nazism. But in real sense, if you go and read this history, you will understand that the Western world love Nazi. They admire Nazi because Nazi is not compatible with socialism and communism. Any racist person, any Nazi, don't like social system, don't like communist. If I'm talking now, you will understand why the West are embracing Ukraine. That is how they were embracing Hitler by then. Go and read it. The way the economies are collapsing today, it is the way the economies were collapsing by then. What do? All of them start going all in on Hitler. They start investing in Germany. Britain start investing, transferring technologies. France jump in. They start in collaboration with Hitler. America, whoa, all of them went all in just to prop up because there were financial problems then and they don't know how to openly finance Hitler against Soviet Union. They did what they are doing today in Ukraine was what they were doing by then. They were investing on Hitler due to the hatred they have for communism and socialism. And I will tell you that that war has never ended because Hitler did not achieve their aim. They don't want to fight Soviet openly because they will be destroyed. So they are looking for something they will use to achieve their wonderful dream. Do you believe that every technology that Hitler used to hammer Europe was transferred to them by the whole West, the way they are doing today in Ukraine? To the extent, before they realized what was going on, Russia have already figured out what is going on. Russia went and signed non-aggression pact with Hitler to win time to prepare themselves because they know that the wave is coming. And the entire Europe, we are having all sorts of meetings to the extent Mussolini and Hitler, they went and fight a proxy war, I think in Spain. One Democrat and Franco something, they were fighting. And Soviet Union was supporting the Democrats because of democratic values and everything. Do you know that secretly the whole West were backing German and Mussolini to make sure that the Soviets lose? as they are doing it today in Ukraine. I don't know why many people are not going back to history to remind people where all these things you are seeing today is like history is trying to repeat itself, but in a dangerous manner. Because by then, it is only United States that has a nuclear bomb. But today, nuclear bomb is everywhere. And these guys are joking again, thinking that they are in control, as they were thinking by then under Hitler. They said that the first country that realized that things are getting out of hand was France. Before France could react, Hitler swallowed France. Boom. And that's it. Do you know that a lot of parade, even Hitler, Austria nominated Hitler for Peace Award, International Peace Award. Yes. Today, nobody wants to touch that area. They don't want you to know that the Nazism that is going on in Ukraine, everybody is shouting, Ukraine has Nazi, Azov battalion, blah. They are the owner. That is how they feed Hitler until Hitler become the largest autopost in Europe. Only that Russia is not allowing Ukraine to relax, to become so large that they will become a very dangerous threat to them. Russia didn't even start in time. Because had it been Russia knew, or the Russian Secret Service were very active to be able to debunk what is coming, what Russia was doing today in terms of preparation, in terms of economic war, they could have done it since 2010. It means they could have scattered Ukraine since 2014 that Ukraine started that so-called coup of a thing. Yes. Russia fall back because they know what is about to face them, that Europe will crush their economy. Russia now fall back and reorganize itself, disconnect everything west and reconnect indigenous and fix himself and build industries, start manufacturing and remove their dependence on importation. That is what helped Russia today, still helping Russia. Because he that manufacture and become an exporter, what can you do to him? Nothing. Because what the West does is when they give you sanction, they withdraw all their companies and their shelves. Your shelves will be empty. Your people will fall hungry. There will be no food, no clothes, nothing. But this one, they did it and Russians took over immediately. They were surprised to see that Russian companies have been already prepared themselves, waiting for these people to pull for them to take over. All these things you see that they are clamoring is just beating around the bush. That's why they are going all in to give Ukraine everything so that this war, it shouldn't become Second World War, that they lost indirectly after Hitler ran out of control. And I know that Ukraine, if they fail to get what they want, they may run out of control. And on this time, I believe Russia will put fire and give them fuel to burn down the European countries. No European countries has the power to withstand Ukraine in terms of fight. Respect Russians that are fighting. It is not Russia. Ukraine is the third largest military in Europe. Yes. Ukraine is too powerful. Most of the wars that Americans are going in Afghanistan, Iraq, they are using Ukrainians. They don't tell you that. The way they use Africans, America and Britain use Africans against Japanese and other Asian countries. The way they use Africans against Hitler too. This one, they sweep it under the rug. Africans are not mentioned. We are the winners, we did it. They did nothing. Africans push up to 40% of the victory that came. You get it? So today, all they have planned, all they have been doing to defeat Russia strategically, anyhow, playing, look at America, fighting Russia in open eyes. At the same time, playing a mediator, calling for a ceasefire, calling for this calling for that, as if they know nothing that is happening, as if they just wake up and see, oh, what is going on? Oh, stop, don't. As if they are aliens, they just arrived. But all these things is good cop and bad cop. The good cop are the Americans, the bad ones are the Europeans. But all of them are working under the ground. The person that controls all of them, Russia knows it, that the CIA controls, CIA, MI6, they are the one running this show. But their politicians are playing good and bad. How can you be losing war that you are fighting against me and they are trying to call the terms of that the war? Losing the war militarily, but want to defeat me through negotiation. What do the West think? They think that Russia needs them? I don't think so. With what I'm seeing today, Russia need no European nation. What do you have to offer Russia? Is that financial management? Russians have taken over. And the economy is booming. All these years that you are hearing that Russian capital is, financial capital is lesser than California. The people managing the affairs that time were Americans and Britain, running the banking sector of Russia, where the Russians want them to see, and Russia allowed them to see that. And the other one, Russians sweep it under the carpet. Europeans never knew that Russia is almost the largest economy in the whole Europe. But Russia keep it silent because Russia know how they behave. They are too greedy and jealous. And they can kill because of this. Just imagine that. So what am I saying? All these things that you are seeing today going on in Ukraine has happened 1929. Go and search it. The way it's been played, the playbook that is playing today is the same playbook that they played in 1929 before Third World War break out. Go and check it for yourself. There you will know that I'm not joking with you. I'm telling you the truth. And Russia should not allow, they should not allow no ceasefire because these guys, they are losing it badly. And they know that Russians are almost encroaching. They have not activated the other side. They are coming from the Odessa area, try to cut Ukraine out of Black Sea. If they achieve that one, you will say that they will take Kiev under 2 days. Imagine that America, Europe countries killed Saddam Hussein, destroyed Iraq, steal all their gold reserves. Their foreign reserve disappeared, untraceable. Nobody created criminal court investigation against them. They went to Libya. They killed Gaddafi. They packed the whole gold in Libya. They share it among themselves. Libyan foreign reserve disappeared, the same way the Iraqians all disappeared. Nobody created what they call it, coalition of the willing to sentence Europeans after the war. But now that they can't even get their way in Russia. Look at them. That is frustrated human being. That's how they behave. They are very dangerous. Even me making this video, saying these things, they can do or undo. Because they don't want such things to come up. For people to remember, oh, let me go and read for myself. Let me go and do research. They don't want you to do it. They don't want that thing to come out. They have censored everything. Imagine I asked AI, I don't want to make the mention of the AI, but you guys know the one that comes from them. I said, how can I achieve independent of the mind in Africa? This AI said that through education, I have to re-engineer the whole educational system and bring my own curriculums and school system that will benefit Africans. Do you know, after writing this thing, the AI wiped everything and said that he don't want to discuss about it. On his own. on its own, like I'm giving you expo how to survive, and the administrator saw that I should not give it out. How did I get it? I use another method, which I will never reveal here. They call it, jailbreaking AI, which I did, and I received the answer. Yeah. Imagine the AI, artificial intelligence, that came yesterday. They have started blocking things that will help you, give you clue on how to liberate yourself. That's why you should not allow anybody to write your history. Africans should start developing their own AI for the betterment and freedom of Africa. And as all these things that are going on in Africa, that is how the West did in 1929. Everything expanded from Europe to Africa. Yes, they started killing, causing havoc, causing wars in every country. Do you know that Biafran War that everybody discussed? There was a book called The Federal Republic of Nigerian Army. Go and look for this book. You will see the hard copy, but you can't get access to the book. It's nowhere to be found. It was published 1956 in Nigeria. 1956, Hausa man wrote this book. And this book is the checkbook of everything that happened in Biafran War, that happened after. Look, the book was published 1956, when the Biafran War broke out. And everything that happened in that time before the war broke out has been already been written. What happened? It means some people has planned, and somebody get access to the plan and use it and draft a book. And that book, Federal Republic of Nigerian Army, is the name of that book. Google it. It's nowhere. If you find it, send me a copy. I would like to have it. If you have access, I have tried. I see that one copy is in one American university, which I will not mention. They may go after that university. But if you search it, you will see that one copy is in American university. Maybe you will go there and make some copies and make it open, so that people will know that Biafran War has nothing to do with Igbos or the Sultan that was assassinated or everything. It was planned because, let me tell you, everything is financial, everything is controlled. Around 1950-something, the Eastern region economy was one of the fastest growing economy in the world. Not in the Nigerian economy, Eastern Nigeria economy was one of the largest developing economy in the world, even challenging the position of Britain. And it must be destroyed, which they achieved. Whom did they use? The Fulanis. Are they Nigerians? No. Since they destroyed that entity today, what have they offered to Nigeria? Nothing. That is the West. That is their handbook. They dismantle, they destroy you, they dismantle everything, they pee on it, and they just leave it and go. So that nobody will rise up there to challenge the authority or get the audacity to question them. Look at Africa. Look at Nigerian president. Look at Uganda president. Look at Cameroon president. Look at Sudanese president. Look at all these old good-for-nothing ruling Nigeria or ruling Africa to their grave. Look at what is happening in Burkina Faso. What is African Union doing? Nothing. Even though the capital of African Union, Ethiopia, is at war. All African countries there are running away. They can't even organize themselves, move in military, and take over and put peace back to their headquarters. To tell you, there is nothing like independence. They are still under colonial command. That's why they really want to destroy Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso with all manner of 10. They want to achieve their aim. And I will use this video to call on Russia, call on China, call on North Korea, even though on Iran. For you to have your respect and security, the best security is for you to move forward. Move your militaries all over these countries. If you protect these countries and protect their leaders, you will be respected and your own peace will reach you. Here I rest my case. Thank you for today. Remain blessed. If you are here for the first time, like and share. Subscribe. Follow for more. Bye-bye for now.